So glad Kathy is with us. Kathy is one of the pastors on our pastoral team here at Lawndale, and a real gift to our church and to our community. Me and her are both at Northern Seminary working on our Doctor of Ministry and Christian Community Development right now. And so, yeah, she's just a powerful woman of God who loves the Lord, loves people. And we thought she would be a great guest today. So why don't you just share a little bit about your story?
I am on staff with him at Lawndale Christian Community Church here in Chicago. I'm also a doctorate student. I'm also a wife. I'm also a mom and a grandma. Full plate, right? And my experience before I came to Lawndale was with the Evangelical Covenant denomination. I worked with a church plant called Thrive Covenant Church, which I believe now is defunct, but that's where I served as executive minister and got to just find out a lot about the behind the scenes, what goes on at churches, because in church plants, you really don't have much of a specific role. You do everything. I participated in outreach. Wherever the need was, that's where I went. And I am so incredibly grateful for that experience because I believe that has helped me to get to where I am today. I love being a female pastor because I feel that one of my proudest uh, factors about being a female pastor is when other females confide in me. You know, there are some things they will share with me that perhaps they would not feel comfortable about sharing with a man. And that just helps to confirm that I am where God wants me to be. You know, when people come and cry out with heavy issues and they're feeling alone and burdensome, and I'm talking women, I'm just overjoyed and grateful for every woman that I've encouraged or helped or, you know, whatever they needed that I was able to provide for them. I'm just grateful that the Lord had me there at that time. As you guys know, here at Lawndale, we have a Hope House for Men. It's a residential recovery ministry, right? We do not have that same ministry for women because, as you guys know, it would be counterproductive to have a ministry of that nature on the same campus, right?
There could be some issues.
It could be some issues, right? So about 2 years or so ago, the coordinator at the time of the Hope House called me in a panic. He had called all the other pastors. No one was available. So he finally got to me and he was like, oh my God, I'm glad you picked up because everybody else is either busy or my call is going into voicemail. So I was like, what's going on? He said, I have a lady here, you know, she's been beaten badly and she needs help. I don't know what to tell her. You know, she was trying to come into the Hope House for shelter. And I keep telling her that this is a men's residential recovery home. And will you talk to her? I said, well, absolutely. So, of course, the first thing by the way, I was preparing because at the time I was serving as the scribe for one of our former pastors who held a Wednesday night Bible study. So I was just preparing my heart for that. But anyway, I called the lady. She finally calmed down so that I can understand what she needed. And after all was said and done, she and her 4 children were trying to get to a shelter that was going to take them that night. But the shelter was in Rockford. She didn't have any money. Her baby, she had an arm baby, maybe about 8 months old or something like that, a set of twins and another kid. So everybody was hungry. She had to be at the shelter by a certain time because if you don't get there, they turn you away.
Yep.
And she had no idea how she was going to get there. So I knew it was by divine providence that I was supposed to help her because I almost never have more than $3 or $4 in my pocket in cash. So that particular day, I think I had $40 or $50. So I connected to her. I gave her the money. I said, this is enough for your ticket. You know, you can go to the dollar menu at McDonald's and get something for you and your children, and this will tide you over until you get there. And I said, please keep in touch with me. I just want to know that you're okay. We actually kept in touch for a while. She's doing okay, because it's my understanding that the way these shelters work, some of them, is they'll take you in and get you situated. But then the next thing, if it's a domestic abuse situation, the goal is to get you to another town, and not a
Right.
nearby town, somewhere distant. So I was just really, really happy that I was able to help her